There it is.
Oh, wait, isn't this wet paint?
It's called carpet.
Oh, okay, we're good.
Zach, it's carpet.
Cut this.
Please say this is staying in, especially this part.
Cut that from the video.
There it is.
You're kidding me. You're acting so stupid. Bro, if I was born in the 70s too, I'd be good at golf.
No!
Oh! Yeah. Okay, so next up, we're going next hole.
What?
Yeah!
Guys, it doesn't get better than this.
You can watch this. I'm guaranteeing a hole in one. You guys got this on camera, right?
Guaranteed?
All right, guarantee it. You got to get it up the little incline.
You forget how strong I am.
Legend.
You forget how physically strong I am as a being. What?
Yeah.
I don't do well with fall damage. How am I supposed to hit this?
Oh. Courage, we need you for tomorrow. Please don't die.
Don't hurt yourself. Good thing we won't have to worry about that.
Oh.
Oh. What?
Ooh.
No
way, dude.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh, no way. Oh, no way.
For the birdie, no pressure.
Yeah, dude! Let's go!
Okay, so now Greasy is my main. I'm part of the Greasy boys.
Just gave the Durburger a kiss.
Kiss for good luck, baby.
So sweet.
Oh, dude. Don't show where it comes out of. Don't show the whole
Oh, what is that? Okay.
Get off me, bro.
Okay.
Get off me, bro.
Okay.
Seriously?
That is a 2 for Courage.
To you?
And okay, you got it. All right. There it is.
Next time you stretch, check to see if those jeans come in a larger size. They don't, apparently. Great.
Oh, that was so bad. The tongue didn't even go back on the green.
Now look where it's
You
trapped.
gotta hit it from there. You gotta hit it from there.
You gotta hit it from there, dude.
You gotta hit it from there,
From
bro.
there?
Play it,
You
play it
can't
where it
stand on it,
stands.
that little break.
We need to put you in the toddler division.
Okay. Okay.
Jack, we made a mistake. When we got him a golf club, we grabbed one of the adult-sized
golf
ones.
clubs, yes.
What it do, world?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Okay.
The drama.
All right, I'll take my 6.
We'll be
literally
watching
is the way
and
the-
Speaking of the way of the road, we're here in
commentating
Paradise
on
Palms.
today's
The way of the road.
For Skirmish at Pat.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on,
Tune
baby.
in, check it out.
Come on, baby.
Come on,
baby.
Be here all night.
Come here, boy.
Let's go. No way. Let's go.
Camera
No, let's go.
angle.
Oh.
Trying something new, trying to see what's gonna work out. For what I do have going on here.
Don't zoom in with the camera like I'm gonna miss again. No!
Oh my God. Oh my God. There you go, bud. 5.
Probably at the same
Zeke
time
now
trying to watch
looking
my
for
dog.
redemption. A brilliant
swing.
shot. An absolute.
Yeah, Zeke,
This is rigged!
Zeke falls to the same folly as Dr. Lupo. Unbelievable. It's aggressive. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Put a little commentary on the screen for those who are watching.
No.
That's called art. The way of the road. Here we go.
All right, now
Come on,
random
Ben.
pipe.
Go in the hole. Go.
Go, imagine. Oh my God. You can't.
Come on. Together. Sorry about the delay.
He couldn't fail that hard. Oh my gosh.
Okay, if that had landed on the course, that would have counted.
No way. That's a beautiful hit. That's actually a really good hit.
No.
Oh.
You guys are having an
Come here.
awesome
You need a hug after that.
Labor Day weekend, Saturday. Hope your weekend's going to have as good as mine is.
You finished with a total of 33.
I did. It
Get
feels
the
good.
bag as always.
I finished with a total of 31.
Zeke,
Zeke, you got 43.
we did have a bet here, Zeke.
Making some changes.
Yes, go ahead and zoom in
Sorry
real
about
close for this. I am the worst
Shouts out
Fortnite
to the
player
followers to the
amongst this
stream.
group of beautiful
Appreciate
people.
you guys checking
If you
it
get a
out.
hole in one while you're playing the course this weekend at PAX, make sure you tag us on Twitter. Hashtag Summer Skirmish. Hashtag I hit a better shot than Zeke because I'm better at putt-putt.
I'm gonna go shower because I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
I'm decent at Fortnite. I'm dummy thick, and I'm also the best at mini golf.
You're absolutely dominant on the putt-putt course,
you.
my friend.
Thank you so much. Again, Zeke, Good job. That was a great effort, I think. But no, that was a ton of fun. Again, I think a lot of people here have a chance to play. They literally built an entire functioning mini golf course, which is just ridiculous.
9 holes, yeah.
One of the experiences. You got to get out to these events. We had, well, I mean, you think back to the Pro-Am back at E3 and what all happened there in the booth.
It's getting crazier literally
party
every
itself,
event.
it's just been nuts.
These guys, I must say, man, have done an amazing job.
Yeah, it's
doing what
on
they
top of
do,
that, we have
playing
gameplay
Fortnite,
here
being
that
competitive,
you won't
and
see anywhere
being
else.
great at
Competitive players
commentating.
playing out of their
So
minds.
cheers
So
to
you
them,
have,
man, for being
you have the
able to be
entertainment
very
side, the
diverse within,
shenanigans at PAX
platform of
West and the
just
golf
being
course.
entertained.
But let's be honest,
That's what I
Courage,
would like to
I'm looking
categorize
most forward to the 4 games this
categorize
evening, the
this.
4 games tomorrow.
To be decent
grand
at
finals
any
on
game
Monday
is hard enough, but to be
for
able to
$1.5
actually
million.
talk, engage, hold a conversation, and be able to
pressure
carry a
that
show
these players must be feeling.
A whole
Now,
different
if you're listening, I'm
So,
really sorry for
props to
mentioning it,
Dr.
not to
Lupo
let
and
it get to you,
Kirk,
but
man.
it's
Two
got to be
amazing
through
guys.
the roof.
Oh, it's absolutely nuts. I mean, there's been so many things I've enjoyed about the event so far. For one,
Trying to get the
it's
chat box
a
up.
lot of it's meeting the people who have obviously been watching online, keeping up with the players. Some guys that have never followed a competitive like esport before, you could say, and have now really had their kind of getting their feet wet with Fortnite, seeing their favorite players, and they're not only watching top streamers now, but they're also watching just top competitive players, people who are the most dominant at the game, the 0.1%. And meeting them, talking with them, hearing their favorites, it's just fun to see how it continues to develop. Who got picked up for this team? Who's going on this lineup? I can't believe this guy placed here. We're going to keep seeing more and more of it, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
I also enjoy the fact that a lot of these
football
players have had
weekend, man.
conversations openly
stuff
with
going on in college
fans
football.
and even their competition.
It's a great
about
day to
strategy.
get everything
You see
going
people
on.
comparing what the current meta
That's out
is,
there.
what the best way to edit and box opponents, and how to outplay each other.
Yep.
That,
This is going to
that
be a
camaraderie,
very,
I love it. I love that about Fortnite, the competitive scene right
skirmish.
now.
A lot of
and
money being given away with the
everyone
grand
is here to
finals
try
being
and build each other up.
I think all the players
What a
that
pun.
have made it this far have done
I
an
didn't even think
amazing
about
job.
it. But at the same
to
time,
be able to
they all
get
want to
on
win.
the
They all want to
grind,
dominate the
some
competition.
even
They
getting
all
their
have a
visiting
little bit of
packs
a secret in their back pocket, and the play has been fantastic.
Take a chance on even getting in. It's been some great games.
Sure.
A
And
lot of
we've
good
also
stuff
seen
to watch.
with the weapons people are using. I mean,
hopefully
we had
this,
72 hours
turns into
win
another
a game last
amazing
night, earned a
set of,
victory royale
set
with
of
2
matches
drum
tonight.
guns, 3 healing items. You've obviously seen the sniper play from phase replays, how good Splodes can be. It's like, it's whatever you can get your hands on, obviously you're going for, to up whatever weapons you can upgrade, but there's certain ways people utilize certain weapons to just catch your opponent off guard. It's cool to see. But either way, there's so much stuff still going on here. I believe we've got actually a cool little thing to show off right now. If you've been paying close attention to social media and Fortnite across all the platforms, something was mentioned for the limited time mode coming out next week called High Stakes. Well, I've got a little bit more information for you here. Again, Fortnite presents High Stakes. If you missed the news yesterday, next week a new event debuts in Fortnite titled High Stakes. This event features a brand new limited time mode called The Getaway, a new wildcard outfit with selectable styles, and a free set of challenges. Today, as you can see, we're taking a look at the wildcard outfit inspired by the first 4 card suits. The outfit helps you dress for the job. All 4 masks are included with the outfit, so you can change to whatever style suits you. The outfit also comes with the cuff case back bling, and of course, there's the safe cracker glider, so you can fly in with style. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I don't think they're kidding, Jack.
Tomorrow we'll have a gameplay reveal of the Getaway limited time mode and a brand new item coming to the game that I'm happy to say is called the Grappler. Oh my goodness! I can only imagine what I'm about to be doing with that thing for the Cliffs.
Epic's always kind of sprinkling a new thing, changing the way that gameplay evolves every single time they deploy a new item. But I got to say, so they're going to add in the grappler.
Yep.
At any point, if they happen to vault the drum gun, I might single-handedly blame 72 hours after yesterday. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, I already have a ton of love for the impulse grenades, the shockwave grenades, but if the grappler is like what I think it's going to be, I don't know. Those could be dethroned. Those could be thrown. I just love anything with movement that spices up plays. Yeah, you can get your normal limbs, but I can, impulse above the guy and make something cool happen, or shockwave across half the map.
We've seen a number of those movement style items. Those are the things that change the way that players play, the way that they've developed their own gameplay. Because if you have the ability to traverse
zones in the northeast part of the map. I'll find something to get me over there.
Damn it. Trying to make some changes here real quick. Get away from under there. Make some changes real quick. Terrible situation I got going on. Give me a second.
There he is. I'm sorry. I can't trust
What do you mean
Zeke.
you believe that? Look, just because you got 31 points, okay? Everyone watching, he cheated. Lupo, back me up on this.
Yeah, I gotta go. Zeke, I'll be right back.
Guys,
sorry,
look,
Zeke.
you know, first off, you guys are amazing. Everyone watching, thank you guys for tuning in. How are you guys doing, Courage and Lupo?
Oh, we're fantastic up here. You know, I was scared for you, Zeke, because you've had a long day. You've been doing the heat casting, and now you're doing this for the interviews.
Dude.
You were right over there.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long day, and we've been here the first 2 days of PAX. I'll be here tomorrow to cast those heats as well. We've seen a lot of different action all day, and you know, to kind of touch on the action we've seen during the day, it's almost like I'm watching basically the summer skirmish games that you guys have competed in. You know, every time we flip to a new player, it's someone that I recognize, and the action is nonstop. With this new format, I mean, Courage, I think we talked about it a little bit on the break, but this lends itself to, I mean, just high action, and it also plays to the strengths of players that want to like survive toward the end of the storm, and I mean, it also lends itself to slayers, right? But we have a short little highlight reel coming in right now, so we'll have to check that out. Again, you guys are amazing, so check this out.
This is good for the brand. Been giving away this amount of cash all summer, and continually to improve the gameplay, the leadership. It's just been something that's real amazing that Epic has pulled off. I do have my issues with how they are doing it as far as monetizing dances from pop culture, but that's still a conversation for the time with people who actually make the decisions. But as far as what they've done for an esport, it's been a huge additive to the scene. So props to them. Jalen Hurts is being screwed, by the way. Deal with my animal real quick. Appreciate everybody tuning out, checking out the stream. If you are tuned in, man, welcome to the situation. There will be a bag secured by Monday, given by Epic Games and the Fortnite. Huge being participated. See how this plays out. Boy will be giving commentary. Try and give a little casting work going in. And hey, who knows? Maybe somebody will tune in, watch, subscribe, and about what I'm doing, and hopefully continue to check it out. But in the meantime, in between time, we're waiting on this commercial break to be over with. Another minute to get back to the action. Hopefully, I believe games will start then, and we'll get it popping.
Sorts of limbs going on there earlier today. A look at this packed house live from PAX West for day 2 of the summer skirmish.
Not as big as the thing they did in
qualifiers. There's so
LA.
many things you can call it either way. Though
They
it's
had to
last week of
literally
summer
be
skirmish
decorative with the entire
8
stadium.
weeks and $8 million total. With
They figured out
this
new
weekend
shape,
culminates in
keep
$1.5 million for everybody that
things
makes
to
the
be
grand
doing
finals. No matter what place you get, you come away with a minimum of
Yo, what's
5,000.
good, man? How you doing, bro?
That's crazy.
Checking out the stream.
Checking out the, I consider that a victory. You make it to the grand finals. That's a win in my book.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And either way, you know, some of the people that are sitting in those beanbags right now, they could be our winners tomorrow if they register and follow the rules to be able to participate. Just to give them a free refresher at home. Here's how it works. Step one, you drop in and sign up. You say, oh, we're going PAX West. You land, you get here. You come to PAX Lot 73 with your PAX West badge. You say, hello, I'd like to compete.
Hopefully it's
early in the
entertaining
morning, we do that. You enter the registration line and sign up. Then it's step two.
Of course,
you get told what time to be there. You show up. It's pretty easy. If you're a functioning adult, you'll get it. You'll figure it out. Then you play. You hope to qualify, make it through the heats, qualify for the nightly qualifiers, and then potentially be the top 33 to make it on through to that grand finals on Monday.
Welcome to the stream, man.
There's a lot of information.
Checking this out while you watch
format, though, Ben, break it down for us.
If you make it into the heats, the qualifiers are all the way to the grand finals. The scoring is the same. The heats each day, there are 3 heats a day. Each heat is 2 matches. The qualifiers, which is this evening, that's what we're getting ready to enjoy. It's 4 matches, and the grand finals on Monday is 6. Now, scoring is done based both rank and elimination. If you get 1 or 2 eliminations, you don't get any points, but it does go towards the tiebreakers, which we'll cover here in 1 second. But if you did 3 or 4 eliminations, that's 1 point. 5 or 6, you get 2 points. And if you get 7 or more elims, that's 3. Now, if you get a top 10 at a minimum, that's 1 point. If you get 2nd or 3rd, that's 2 points. And if you get the Victory Royale, that's 3 points. Courage. Now, I mentioned the tiebreakers. They are determined in the following order. The total Victory Royales, the number of eliminations during the entire event, and your average placement across all the games you played. And if all of those are the same, it comes down to a coin flip.
Where you kind of had to
I don't know if we'll ever get to that point, but who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen. It would be quite interesting to see how it all plays out. Thank you for that refresher, though. Again, all that money on the line as well. Of course, we won't be seeing anyone compete for money quite yet tonight. That's Monday, but the players are competing for a spot to participate at that point. Either way, though, we mentioned a lot of big names here. One from yesterday, 72 hours, so impressive. The amount of times he plays in the top. I mean, this is someone we've seen dominate throughout the skirmishes. What is it about his play you think that just makes him so good?
The level of awareness he has of his opponent's position using sound cues, which is hugely important in competitive gameplay, especially in Fortnite. You'll see that in any game. Fortnite is no exception. And his knowledge of when to make movements on his opponents if they're in disadvantageous positions. We saw him rotate outside into the zone, which is a play that not many players would think to do in the moment. But we've actually seen it a number of times here. He wasn't the first one, and I guarantee you today and tomorrow he will not be the last.
You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. I believe we are just moments away from getting into game number 1. Right now, there's some big names participating tonight. I believe we'll have Myth involved in these games, Coach as well. Teammate of 72 Hours there on Liquid.
And that's just the worst place in the world.
I think he's my front runner. I think Coach is my guy I'm looking for.
He's put on a good show a number of times in the past.
Said it was vivid last night and potentially spoiled it all for him.
Don't give him the caster's curse.
I might be doing it again here. There's a look at the venue. All the players packed on in. The Fortnite Summer Skirmish, 8 weeks of competition has brought us to this point.
I most definitely will tell them.
And I believe there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
First game. Here we go.
Getting into it.
Day 2, the final week of Summer Skirmish, Jack.
Day 2, Summer Skirmish.
And we have a northwest to almost a top center.
Drama. We are doing a little commentary today over Dr.
Like I said before, we were talking about long-range drops. Anywhere is basically eligible. It's all valid. One thing that you will see, do you see in the bottom left on the map right there, you have a number of players dropping out over the ocean. The reason they do that, for anybody that doesn't realize, your parachute opens in the game, the glider opens based on your elevation relative to the ground. And so what they're doing is trying to drop over the water because the elevation of the ground is as low as possible, which means they get a really late parachute drop. That gets them to the drops, the loot locations faster. We're going to take a look in the bottom right there. That's thank you for explaining that. That's TSM Myth. You have a number of players floating in around them. You can still see the map there. A lot of players still floating to the east, southeast side. We talked about Paradise Palms. We got Myth here dropping into the center of Dusty Divot. Location has changed a number of times over the seasons.
You can either sink or swim going right there, but it looks like everybody everybody's going to play. A lot of people
can't complain about that as we can swap on perspectives to Jumpman is all the way at
So we'll see what the first lane's here.
Viking Village for sub.
See what happens.
At the top side of this map, a lot of benefits actually to landing up here.
Work going on,
Lupo, and a lot of them are for that reason right there. You see right next to Jumpman, that rift that can just get him out of any bad scenario. Saf, who's up top of them, we just saw the inventory, already has a scar. So if this man gets into any sort of a ranged battle, I think it's going to spell disaster.
It's tough. Jumpman does have the hunting rifle, which you won't see a whole lot of late game from a majority of players, but unless they're feeling very adventurous. Typically late game in competitive matches turns into like a very secrecy fight. But Airco taking Double down with a single shot there. A couple of these players, they're going to be names that you will see again because if they played in the heats and made it into the qualifiers but did not get into the grand finals on Monday, they're given the opportunity to jump back in and push their heat again if they have the chance.
You get here early enough. You get here early enough, go for it. I think is the thought process there, but it looks like Jumpman will be getting into this engagement with Saf, who's just above him, using that high ground. No player having any shields, but I would say the inventory has to favor Saf here, the scar, the blue pump. He's got a hunting rifle as well. Not a lot of materials though, Lupo, to work with.
No shield for either of those players, and they're going to try a little bit of explosive play here to see if they can bump one another.
Looks like it's spread out the surface in the middle. You got a lot of people that have to make their way toward the circle in this game.
Trying to rotate around Saf, trying to get a smack in so we can get one until he's out. He cannot build now, which means the engagement is forced. The trap play, Saf goes down, Jumpman.
This is from the lower side of the map at Flush Factory. There's Nazgul with the quick pump shotgun shots to eliminate his opponent. The crowd gets a little bit behind him there. You'll love to see it. Now swapping on over to the complete eastern side of the map.
A lot of shotgun work. That is the go-to weapon for a lot of
shotgun gray or not.
Look at the reaction of the camera. Okay, I'm getting a feel for this.
That great tag. If you're close enough, if you're accurate enough, effectiveness is there. You just have to hit your shots. And we saw right there.
That's not the storm. That's the low gravity zone by Fatal. That's currently in play. This was happened because of the cube that's been rolling around. Quick little swap for Marshmallow to get that limit. No materials really left, but 200 HP. You got to be feeling pretty confident there. Storm Tiger, name seen online before. Can you go ahead and loop this chest just outside Tilted?
Just on the feed, Liquid Poach was just eliminated, a name that we were discussing earlier, which is that's a big one to have go down when there's still 80 players, just under 80 players remaining in the game. But you have to remember, 3 more matches after this one. Saint is eliminated, someone we watched yesterday that was not able to make it to the finals just yet, but Storm Tiger took him out there.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Out of materials, 7 and 5. That's it. Hopes to grab a little bit enough for one build.
Summer Skirmish.
5 HP.
Over Dr. Lupo and Courage.
Oh my goodness!
The timing.
He's got to try to make something happen. Hit the sniper shot.
At 1 HP.
He is just out here naked.
What?
Wow. He is out there naked.
Storm Tiger makes it all the way underneath.
Okay, and here's his opponent. Maxed health.
Don't let him leave.
With a shotgun.
Don't let him leave alive.
Storm Tiger, if you win this game, you're my dad.
Boom.
Okay.
That's done. Storm Tiger's out. That was a good play. Most people would let them. Well, I wouldn't say most people. Some people would be very
coming out already.
Non-aggressive when pursuing somebody like that because you never know what that person
member of Rogue looking for elimination here, but Teenage takes him out. Some very accurate mid-air SMG shots.
And one thing to remind everybody at home, if you've been watching the Summer Skirmish up to this point, we have not had a live crowd. Well, guess what? It is standing room only. And you can hear just how intense it is. A live look at the scoreboard. Again, we are running a full-functioning spectator feature here this weekend that catches us up to speed on where we are now. Ben, for everybody at home, let's remind them how the points work. 3 limbs, 3 to 4 limbs will earn you 1 point. Nobody yet at 3 limbs, so everyone's still sitting with a goose egg.
Lassie's the closest right now though, too, but here we see Painful PvP pushing up, trying to see if he can get above his opponent. There's a lot of building going on here. The triangles there, the pyramids, but he does have a top down his opponent, using those pyramids to double layer, trying to make his way in, but a lot of edit and replaces from Painful. The drop down, his opponent closes an edit behind him. Chase down. That tack shotgun coming in handy. He takes an elam from CB there and picks up all his loot.
Was that not exactly what we talked about earlier on? The edits and how edits are basically 90% of high-level play. Both players trying to utilize them there. Fortunately, only one can come out on top as we swap on over to Payday, who's just bouncing around.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed that he's an Xbox controller player. You see the keybinds down at the bottom is the Y and the bumpers, which means we've seen a number of players show up with their controllers and stay toe-to-toe with anybody, and it's wonderful to see that. the competition is fierce on both the console and the PC side. Now, Cease is someone we've seen in the Summer Skirmish events a number of times. I've watched his gameplay. Very, very fast edits as we've seen in the past. But he's also scary accurate. Of course, I say that. The shotgun blast. A second one coming in. The jump over the top.
There's the Ennis you mentioned. Trying to just pull some last-ditch efforts with the clingers, but it's not enough. Payday does go down. It's a relatively clean fight from Cease, and the big thing to point out, too, as well, Lupo. Look at the materials. Now, 800 wood, 430 brick. Great spot to be in so early in the game. You see Hysteria on the left side of your screen. He was someone who wasn't able to make it through yesterday through those qualifiers. Came back on through, got off early, and now he's back again.
Made it through the heats today to give it another shot. And they're down there in Greasy, but back over just southwest of retail. There's a pair of houses here that is a pretty common loot spot for players that don't want to hit a POI, but it looks like it's a pretty hefty drop here this time. Dr. David, a fellow doctor, trying to see if he can put some shots in.
Probably not legitimate as well.
Building up and having to keep himself protected. I'm trying to gain high ground.
Sorry, Ben. We'll
talk
about that later on.
These drop-ins, you'll see some players even avoid building. I think his opponent was down underneath.
It shows that these guys, both on console,
wondering, is he going to pop the to go? Is he going to try to just use it as an escape tool?
He's going to escape. If right now he feels like he's in a bad spot and he does not use that to go, I feel like that's a pretty big mistake. He had an opportunity. He has an opportunity to make a move here. He can pop them in. He does have bandages there to push himself up. He's going to be at 100 HP if he gets a chance to get all of those off. But we'll see here if Stark 2K decides to push or not. We have Amjov. Sean was taken again, another name we've seen, and Kevy back there in retail, and the Storm's going to push them out to the west. You're going to see some third party here in a second. This build fight as well is going to be maybe an opportunity to get a knockdown on somebody.
Seemed like as he had Stark just disengaging. You know, I was so confident in him in that last battle once I saw the kind of health his opponent was at, but then I didn't kind of realize maybe his material count was low, and that's exactly what the scenario is on the opposite side of the map.
Megalomaniac 94. It is out at the hotel. Snipe shot. A headshot on Envy Scratch before going for the rift to make an escape because of the circle, but
Scratch had max HP.
He did.
Megalomaniac only at 75. That was one of those where it's like, this kind of determines my whole game right here.
Headshot is everything you landed it.
Excellent shot.
You have to just know when you're free aim and know that this double barrel we've seen a number of times, one of the most chosen and competitive, most chosen shotguns in competitive games because just how close combat a lot of these fights are. You won't see a lot of players say no thank you to a double barrel. It hits so hard up close, you can make a definitive play very easily.
Right now, Fuzzy seems like he's not too confident.
Trying to keep himself protected, trying to get back to the high ground.
In the engagement he finds himself in, just looking for maybe a reset of this fight.
Can't see that, sorry.
Quick little picture in the top right as you see Fuzzy just kind of jump out of frame saying, nope, not this time around, pal.
The top right there, like you said, Jack, is kind of, it was almost a cross-section of what was happening around Fuzzy as he was backing away, just so players can see the layers, the number of the angles, the ramps that get placed during these engagements. And you have to watch for every angle possible because his opponent could have pushed up, built up a little bit, and gotten the top-down view through one of those ramps and taken a shot on Fuzzy as he was backing out, but he was lucky enough that they did not do that. He's taking his opportunity to farm up a little bit and build up another material buffer. Cub Smiles, this is another player I think we saw yesterday.
Breaking down ports, rebuild and protect yourself.
A lot of intelligent disengaging, a lot of defensive building that is excellent to see in competitive matches because a lot of players see building most of the time as an aggressive way to play, pushing up on your opponents. But right now, he might potentially edit that once it finishes so he can peek through the structure and see if his opponent's pushing.
And the zone, you just heard that kind of noise means, hey, it's about to push, slowly beginning to close on it, and this is actually a very, very awkward zone. You see it, half of the zone is the water. So no one will be there. How does that maybe change these scenarios, Dr. Lupo? Because we talk about gatekeeping all the time, but I feel like you've only got about 60% of that zone that's even in play.
Not a whole lot of players are going to be coming from the north and northwest side just because of how thin the sliver of the map is that's left up there. You also have the southeast corner, which, if you saw the map earlier, is relatively sparse with players. But that northeast side, the largest push of players. And there's actually a fight going on outside there. Hopefully we can see that after the fact, depending on what happens with that. Two players fighting the storm. But there's just going to be a big wave of people coming into the river, which is extremely exposed too. If I were in a position northeast side of Shifty Shafts, I'd build a 1x1 someone up there, if I had a scope they are especially, or even just something I could tap fire with, take advantage of third-party situations, especially right now.
Oh,
I believe they're
as
just
we
going
continue to watch
sit
Cup Smiles
if somebody is up
setting
there,
up right now, swapping it over to Lenanis.
But in this type of game, you want
got some remote explosives in hands,
so
considering maybe dropping some on in there, but realizing it would probably cause some danger close splash damage to me as well. So
the high ground, and
maybe not my best play as of yet. There you go. Now his opponent beginning to build up, try to fight for this high ground. The quick reaction from Lenane as he continues to build on, keeping the high ground advantage, not getting the high damage pump shots he might want. Looks like it's time to spray. SMG in hand, nothing as of yet. Now, a third party. A new challenger approaches. He will again look to kind of reset this fight.
And
do you stop and maybe just use the chug jug?
Don't understand it.
Potentially he's dropped down. He's taking an opportunity maybe to, like you said, use the chug jug. And one thing I want to point out is in the middle of that fight, he was using a pump action shotgun to try and blow through surfaces. And recently, Fortnite, there was a change that shotguns don't do nearly enough damage to make it an aggressive play to use it to push through structures. The swap to an SMG in that situation probably would have been a better play because he would have been able to push more aggressively on his opponent who was trying to escape. So the shotgun choice, not enough damage. It just doesn't. It doesn't fire fast enough, and because of the change recently, it doesn't hit hard enough to make it an aggressive push through structure.
Now, quick note, I just looked down at my scoreboard. Remember when I mentioned 0 people had points yet? Well, guess what? Ghost Aiden just jumped up to 5 elims. 2 points already earned. Our leader at this point, and then Painful now at 3. Those are our only 2 players up to this point, Dr. Lupo, who have earned themselves some points on the board.
There are 3 other players currently alive that have 2 eliminations, 1 more elim, pushing them to 3 to get that single point. That's Kevy, Fluffy, and Zachamp. If they could pull, like I said, 1 more elim.
And it's so important to mention, too, as you see how painful he got his third limb. There it was. Jay Cuddy gets cut down. But the thing to bring up, we had our 33rd player qualify with 1 point yesterday. Aiden, with 5 limbs, already has 2. This is just the beginning of game number 1 of the 4 we'll play. You got to think if you're Aiden right now, you're sitting pretty to potentially qualify for Monday's grand final.
Trying to protect yourself. He's getting picked off right now.
Southeast side, you hear that launch pad at this point. Shinsey might want to keep his eyes up. The opponent launch pad either away, painful, you sit right there, then there it is. Flying his way out. That engagement probably a good one to back out of. Painful saw a number of different opponents coming in and saying, no, now's not the time for this.
Now you have Ultron, Envy, and another guy
coming into play. The zone closing right on.
Nice build up
towards it. I'm so happy to see it. I want to see how it affects things.
Right through, he's watching. He's going to C4 out and drop the player in.
Breaks it down.
Directly above.
Tries to make some fancy plays happen. There's a quick build as well. Trying to protect the third party that's peeking on in. Still 200 HP for Lenane. 0 limbs to this point, so playing a little bit more of a passive game.
But it didn't work, but that was a good move.
Trying to use those audio cues. Listen for where this player could be. I think he's got him spotted in the brick, and here comes forward. Explosive. No! It's only an 8-point dash. There's the cleanup onto Ultra. But again, that third party now popping on in. Lenane's got to keep the action going. Keeping the high ground. Try to spot with this pump. Only 24 more for Wood. Thankfully, a ton of brick to use. Quick little peek. Cheeky. The high ground secured again with the ramp. Drops that wall to block as well to be able to resecure with that floor. And just like that, Lenane has chipped away some damage, Lupo, while keeping the high ground.
Lenane actually showed a really important skill that a lot of competitive players have utilized. Well, yes. He jumped out to the on the right side, took the shotgun shot, and then built underneath him. He was going for the hit as fast as possible. He could have built and jumped out, but that might have cued his opponent to say, oh, you're building out here, you're going to push from that side, and he could have built the wall. But Lenane said, nope, I'm going to jump in the air, take the shot first, and then we'll worry about building and stopping the drop.
This is actually Aiden from earlier. That was Aiden's 5th limb.
Fuzzy.
Brilliantly, lightning quick. And back to the Lenane fight, still in this engagement. The zone will slowly be closing on in. Yes, they're right on the edge, but they will have to move.
Looks like keep that high ground.
That player just below is beginning that process of moving now, and Lenane still wants the third party, though. This could spell disaster, only 13 HP, and that storm's going to hit for a lot as it closes on in, Lupo. Magnum Cade knows he's got someone just below, and there it is. Peekaboo. Lenane will have to wait for game 2.
He kind of just fell right into it.
Jackie, he was on my flight, my second flight here.
I was actually not expecting
being overly aggressive is just something
Fun
that
fact,
a lot
and
of these
this is
guys
his first time
do,
flying out of the country to come down here to Seattle to play in the summer skirmish.
Okay, Aiden has 7 elims.
Sniper my way through it.
7 elims, and there's still 32 left. We're about to have to add a whole new point category for this guy. Playing on controller.
Look at the edge.
This kid's an absolute beast.
He's already got 3 points. We're at the point now where he might have to. He can play a little slower. He doesn't necessarily have to play for eliminations now because he's capped the number of points that he can get from elims. Now that being said, don't forget tiebreakers. One of the things, one of the biggest pieces. Yeah, victory royales determine it first, but you're not going to see a lot of those. So eliminations count for everything. He could play slower, and 7 is a lot to sit on for this Courage. Yesterday we didn't see very many players hitting even double digits over the course of 4 games, so 7 is huge.
Gonna watch a replay here.
Here's a little replay from earlier on as Rogue 00 Flower.
Rogue Flower build up,
build a shot.
Shotgun shot there. Gets tendons during the rotation. He's getting a minute here. That storm is going to start impacting gameplay decisions, though.
Sean, you see the low gravity.
Yep, they're close enough to the cube. This thing is really changing up how some players are maneuvering and maybe even throwing them off. The expectation to drop faster while you're jumping and trying to throw snipers and tap fire from ARs from a distance off. It might make it tougher because you're not necessarily moving in a way that you're used to. Now, here's the leaderboard as we were talking about earlier. 3 other players hit 3 eliminations. That means 3 people have a single point apiece. But Fateful PvP, the only one of those 3 that's still alive. Plus, Aiden sitting pretty at 7 up top.
Second with 3. Got Rogue.
Back to the game now. Sean was taken, hiding, healing. Greasy Grove. One of my favorite areas on the map. You see that low gravity zone ending just outside that area. Players beginning to push on in. Aiden has made the move. So last we saw, Aiden was on the far side of the zone, had to make something happen. Well, he has. Still 31 players left. You can see the entire zone on this mini-map. Shows just how kind of slow played some of these guys are taking this to try to stay alive for that top 10.
Now you can see Aiden kind of sneaking around. I think he may have heard movement from the player above. You have to remember, even a weapon swap, you can hear that audio cue, and so Wheels up top, if there's change weapons at any point while Aiden's been in here, he will have heard him. You can hear the footsteps. There's movement happening. He knows there are people around him.
He's looking for more fights. This is the next zone. Is the first zone that will be, one of the full rotations that'll have to happen. It's half out of play. Tempo actually just got knocked out of this game by Cease. So
I gotta say, this might be some of the most aggressive in the middle of a rotation. Aiden just says, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. I've got a player trapped outside, put himself in a 1-by-1, and he's making moves.
Look at these speed builds, turbo building, spinning around, placing walls. He's made it into the next zone again. Out of metal, but still 1,500 plus materials to use to his name.
And we're back.
Over to Levake.
Sorry about that delay.
Trying to edit on down. Player just above. A little bit of an awkward spot for him to be in.
A couple of my guys who we do work with. Shouts out to David Jones with the World 999 at them on the PSN network. Who are you looking at right
Remember
now?
that trap? Remember that trap, Aiden?
There are a pair of them in there.
Remember that trap, Aiden? Place! Remember the trap? There it is!
But it wasn't Aiden. Bowman SC was the second trap, the one closer to the front door. You see the border around the traps tell you whether or not they're yours or not. And we saw when Aiden put one down, there was a second trap with a yellow border around his opponent.
I thought he was walking into Aiden's. Imagine that would have been his 8th limb. My goodness.
They just called it turbo builds.
One of the few players I think that I've seen thus far holding on to a bolt action this late in the game. And it's funny to say late in the game. I shouldn't have said anything, but Chuck Nance, the shotgun play there. But this late in the game, there's 26 players remaining, and this is the first circle move. This is where the people on the east and south side forced engagements are going to happen. Joystick and general going to run each other. Bowman actually going down there in the southwest to Shivsy. Kevy taking out Stark UK in the rotation, but gets third party by Sean was taken.
Sean just got a free launch pad placed right below him from an enemy, so he's going to use that to maneuver quickly towards the opposite side of the zone.
You've got
Cease now building up to the high ground too. You see Hysteria still alive, Marksman still alive, Ghost Fizzle still in this. Those are some of the bigger names in competitive Fortnite. Still fighting in these last 22 spots in game 1.
Great for him.
Now, Velicoti maybe pulling the first time I've ever seen somebody bunker up in the basement of Durburger. Usually a pretty common loot spot, but sticking yourself down in the basement, it could be rough. You're kind of bottlenecking everyone above you, because obviously you can't.
High ground right now.
You can't mine out through the floor. Aiden pulling
with another kill. That's 8 for Ghost.
Almost another Elam. Looks like there were 3 players in there because he took the shot, didn't get the Elam. And Vi, who got the Elam on his opponent, gets the follow-up.
There you go.
Actually, could be there, but
crowd getting behind Aiden, seems like.
Absolutely. Should be proud of 3 points already.
Yeah, definitely our leader up to this point, but back to the action. Zone will close soon. Remote explosives in the hand of Sean. He's got 3 limbs, so 1 point for him earned so far. Looking for that quick little third-party peek. Does a little bit of damage. He's closest to this next zone. And Lupo, well, why is this the best positioning as we move toward this next one?
He's in a great spot because at this point, the remainder of the players, they're going to have to move the furthest. Now, his structure just got shut down a little bit on the left side, but he can third party. He can watch for rotations. He has a purple AR, which is excellent at doing a ton of damage mid-rotation. You have a really good moderate range weapon. Joystick dropping down the shotgun blast and then switches to that literally almost down to the last bullet of his gray SMG to get that elimination.
Now
Look at this. The southwest corner is going to be a nightmare for everybody trying to move right now.
This is where the storm just begins to form. Sean looking on down. He's got all the height he could ever want. Someone now beginning to challenge his high ground. Looks like he'll prioritize him for the moment. And wow, Alpha just got shredded. 35-35, 70. We'll see it in game 2, pal. Sean moves a little bit closer. Now down to just 11. Remember, top 10 earn a point. And Stereo, no! He was the one.
Well,
that means Hysteria was 1 a limb. If he gets at a limb, he earns himself a point. Instead, he'll end game 1 on a goose egg.
Now the next circle you see in the top, Courage, is going to be rough for pretty much everyone. Not a whole lot of building was done between here and the north side past Greasy Grove, which means this is going to be an open area move. A lot of players are going to get caught rotating and maybe even run out of materials. We saw yesterday, about the building over the top, the layers that they're building to kind of create themselves cover while they move on the ground. And with nobody else out here, no other structure, everyone will be exposed, especially if you run out of materials.
Sean is just farming from up top. He's down to just metal, and here you go.
Beginning the move.
Oh, goodness.
Taking shots, shooting at Ghost Bizzle.
Circle shifts again.
See some painful running into each other. A player from Tempo having to move simultaneously. Look at the layers here.
He's able to keep the high ground.
He's going for it all right now.
With the circle.
He's going for it all right now, getting a little bit lower. Not to take some crazy fall damage. Cease with 1.
He's got him.
Chino now spectating as well. He's been eliminated. You see Sicarios is trying to build with whatever materials he has left. There you go. Builds a little 1-by-1. 1 player close, only 4 in total remaining. Now if you make it to the top 3, Lupo, you earn another point. Everyone knows that. Nobody wants to be the next one to drop right here.
Skyros, you could hear someone else is popping a shield very close by. That'll tell you there's a lot of players stacked on top of each other.
Still up top?
I believe it is. Nobody wants to rotate. Nobody wants to move. And I don't blame them because the next placement is, like you said, it's an increase in points. It's going to create slower play from these really competitive players. They know that placement right now is everything.
That are out there right now. These are premium.
Ladies and gentlemen, our top 4 here. The zone about to move. Everything we've seen will culminate in these final moments. Ghost Bizzle, one of the biggest names online of the summer skirmish up to this point, trying to bounce around, trying to see exactly where he can spot an opponent. The storm slowly inching forward, everyone within just 1 or 2 walls of each other. It does not get more intense than this. Traps being placed, and now Lupo, this is it. This is the last move they've had to make. 24 seconds until the zone closes. And basically everyone's hand is forced.
Now, Sean might still be in the best position, depending on the healing of the other players. He has 5 bandages, and healing through HP damage is huge. Someone got to shout him out. Skyros goes down to Bizzle, top 3, which means these 3 players get 2 points apiece.
That elim from Bizzle not only gave him top 3, but it gave him a 3rd elimination. Bizzle trying to strike down this opponent. It's not going to happen yet, so Bizzle has no healing, and he's only got 60 HP. He's got to force these fights. He's got to make something happen. He's looking to make it happen towards this low side, down to just 1 HP. Can he make the greatest play happen? I don't think Sean drops. Why would Sean ever drop?
This elimination will be worth 2 points right now.
Ghost Bizzle, good effort, my friend, but Sean knows there's the reason to force it. There it is.
Sean, an excellent play, 6 eliminations. Oh yeah, that's confidence. An excellent set of decision-making opportunities there. As he was up top, he rotated at the right times. He stayed above and in front of the next move for each circle.
Ghost Bizzle, he's like, all right, hey, you know what? His big role right there, yes, could he have tried to maybe get the Victor Royale? It would have been near impossible at that last moment on the bottom side of things. But the big thing for him was that elimination to get it from 4 to 3, but then also brings his elims from 2 to 3. So that 1 elim earned him 2 points. And again, we can't stress enough, people qualified with literally just 1 point across the 4 games yesterday. You got to be proud of yourself if you're Ghost Bizzle there.
Depending on the trend of the eliminations and the points over the course of the next 3 games, too, that could mean that he's already qualified. He doesn't. He might even be able to not touch his keyboard and mouse and make it to grand finals on Monday. Now, I wouldn't recommend it. Please don't do that.
I don't know
about that. Based on trends from previous games, he might be good to go for the grand finals on Monday. That's $1.5 million. A potential chance.
That's the thing. Great ending there to that one. You see just how intense these games can be. So many players remaining in our final couple of storms. We have some of the replays, though, of our highest eliminator from game 1. Ghost 8 in the crowd, getting behind him early on. Let's see how we made it happen.
Keep in mind, too, a controller player. One of the fastest edits I've seen on a controller right there is, as I'm saying, one of the fastest edits. Puts the window and takes the shot. Excellent decision-making skills from him, and some very aggressive gameplay in recent, which we haven't seen a whole ton of. When it was time to move, he was pushing on players that were building themselves into 1-by-1s almost fearlessly. I love to see it, and his loadout was consistent with what you would see from a lot of
that's how he did it.
Yeah.
The rip to go, that makes sense. I was wondering how he wound up maneuvering early on. This was towards the end of this one. Try to make this a limb happen, I believe. This gets stolen from him? Oh, yeah. Okay, that was, yeah. This gets stolen from him, if I'm mistaken. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Right, frustrating to say the least, as again, you see this packed venue, people just getting a little bit of a breather before game 2 starts on up. But we've got more replays to show you here. I believe this is SCDX Vibe.
Indeed.
Yes, it is. Okay.
This is who took that elimination from. Yeah, there it is. And he gets the drop on 8 in the corner as well. He got wheels. This is in the basement underneath. And just a lot of quick pickaxing through the surfaces. Because of recent changes to build structure, you can smack through pretty much anything in 2 swings if you hit the node, the little marker right on. And that makes aggressive pushes, even with just a pickaxe, a possibility for these players.
Well, that wasn't the only exciting moment. Actually, the final moment, we'll go ahead and look at a little replay from that as it all came down to the wire. Ghost Bizzle saw his opponent really had no shields left. He tried to make it happen, but then Sean falls on down, wants to take no chances, and I really can't blame him there. He saw his opponent kind of shooting the opposite side of that structure, says, you know what, I'm going to drop on in, double barrel, hope it ends the game here, and it did just that. And in that moment, what do you think he's doing? He's adding up his score. I got, okay, 6 limbs is +3 for that. You get you get +2 for that, then you get +3 for the Victory Royale. 5-point game for him. Brilliant position to be in.
I'm going to be honest with you. I hate to be that guy, but that decision at the end there from Sean, he doesn't know his opponent's HP remaining. He's at 75, which means he has 7 ticks from the storm before he goes out himself. He didn't necessarily have to push out. It only put him at 6 eliminations. It didn't get him an extra elim point. Maybe a risky choice.
Flashy. I like
it was flashy. The one thing that you guarantee that it did do for him, though, is if it comes down to a tiebreaker, which with that many eliminations it probably won't, but it gives him a little bit of an advantage.
Yep. Nope, you'll love to see it. Sean winds up taking matters into his own hands there. Again, good effort from everybody in that first game, but either way, some fun stuff to kick off our night 2 of qualifiers so far. I believe we actually have Zeke down on the floor with an interview with our winner from game 1.
Guys, how are you doing?
Fantastic.
We're having fun, pal. We're having fun.
What an awesome game 1 for the qualifiers today. I'm here with the winner. Sean was taken. Sean, come over here, man. First off, congrats for slaying.
I think it's pretty cool.
So let's talk about this, man. You show up today, and you qualify for the first 2 games this morning. Then you show up here, and on game number 1, you make yourself a target, and you say, look, 6 eliminations and Victory Royale. How are you feeling after that game?
I'm feeling really good. I didn't expect it. I was going to try and hide the entire game and just make top 3, but I just got killed, so I don't know. The ball started rolling, and it all worked out.
Now, when you were getting those eliminations, were you aware? Were you like, man, that's 3, 4, 5, 6? Or were you just like, I'm just getting another game, and then you drop down on someone, and you're like, oh, that was the Victory Royale? Or were you aware of what was going on?
I mean, I was just keeping high ground, just shooting at people. There's nothing really, I don't know. I'm not trying to be cocky, but when you're on the top, it's literally
that is the name of the game in this game.
And now
I had lucky RNG on my AR.
So. I mean, you can still
and now in those final moments, right? You're sitting up top. Did you know the player would down? Like this player had 1 HP. Did you know that? Because it felt like you waited for a while, and then you just dropped down. You were just like, hey, double barrel, let's go 1v1 because you even dropped into the storm.
Well, since all the graphics are high on these computers, if you drop in the storm, they can't really see you, and the shotgun is it's broken. So.
Fantastic. So what is your strategy? You've got 3 more games lined up. What is your strategy going into this game? Are you just going to keep going aggro and keep slaying, or are you just going to take it easy? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna go for some plays because I'm pretty sure I'm qualified now, most likely. So if I can just get some content for you guys, that'd be cool.
Well, thank you so much, man. Good luck in the rest of your games. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We have more action coming your way after this.
Good stuff, man. That's good stuff. They've transformed that area and it looks amazing. That was a gutsy play. Very gutsy play. Quarterback has no time to throw for Louisville. Skirmish is now on a break. I will give him my 2 cents. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's your boy Eddie Wright, aka Calls and Drama. Thank you for tuning into the stream right now. We're doing a little summer skirmish packs. Screenplay and commentary. If you got anything you want to talk about, feel free to drop a line in the chat. I'm pretty sure I'll see it. Paying full attention to it. You could be anywhere, but you chose right now to spend a little time with me, and I really appreciate it. Smash the likes button, smash the sub button, regardless on whatever platform that you're on, whether it be Mixer, YouTube, or Twitch. Follow your boy. Amazing things coming up. Variety streamer, doing great things. Things I do have coming up soon. Spider-Man Let's Play series. Of course, Call of Duty Let's Play. And Red Dead Redemption 2 Let's Play series coming up. Very excited, can't wait. But in the meantime, in between time, we're doing some GTA work. Do a little bit more GTA work and some streaming tonight. Dude's getting killed out here from Woodfield. And we might do a little bit more, but right now we'll commentate one more game before we get ready to go over to some GTA. Do some GTA Protective Services work. This is what we do, man. Stand by. Want a dog? Anybody want a dog? Want this dog? Who want this dog? Crazy. Armstrong, Jalen Hurts, get you one. roast beef tonight. It's very good. Be right back. No.
We're back for game 2 of night 2 of week 8 of the finals of the summer skirmish.
Jack, that's a lot of numbers.
It is. At this point, I don't know what I'm saying half the time, but we're having a blast up here. Hope you guys are enjoying at home. Again, Courage joined by Dr. Lupo. Fantastic way to start the night there with that game 1, I think it's safe to say.
It's wonderful to see players from all platforms, we'll say, come and put on a good show. Aiden, a controller player. I'm not sure if he actually plays on console or if he just uses a controller on PC, but the accuracy, the forethought. One of the things in the clip, one of the clips we watched there that I would like to point out is that he was boogie bombed, and then he rotated out into the storm for just a second to take a tick of damage so that the boogie would drop off and he could re-engage his opponent. That's extremely... That's top tier
200
gameplay.
IQ.
250 maybe.
Wow.
Which isn't even possible.
That high up. Either way, impressive stuff. I do believe we have ourselves some standings to take a look at to see exactly where things break down. And, well, it's no surprise. Sean at the top, 5 points already, 6 elims. Aiden, who you're mentioning, second, 7 elims and 3 points.
Painful, Ghost Bizzle, sees joystick. A number of these players dropping a ton of eliminations, but you see even over on the right side, 14th Shido had 1 point total because he made it to top 10. No eliminations. You don't even have to engage people necessarily if you're in a bad position, because placement is also important. Top 10 gets you 1 point, and that could put you in the standings.
But looking at
over to our top 32, here you see, literally it's just 1 elim right now has people on the verge of being able to qualify for game 1. Obviously, still 3 more matches to go tonight. So I think that these guys will hope for a little bit more than just 1 elim, keeping them in the running for qualifying for the grand finals on Monday. Again, so many people watching online across the internet, people watching live at the venue. Thank you so much for the support we've seen here. A blast to be here at the culminating weekend of the summer skirmish. What an 8 weeks it has been. Again, some of these players have begun to make a name for themselves, earn themselves spots on some of these pro teams just from their performances up to this point. Then we got some things to share from Twitter that we've been seeing from you guys online that we'll take a look at here in a brief moment.
I'm excited. And anything that comes up, make sure if you're putting any clips out there, hashtag Summer Skirmish is super important. Social media engagement, you got to do it.
That's what they wanted me to do. I didn't know what he was saying.
I got you, Jack.
Use the hashtag. There you go. I thought we were pulling up tweets from people.
Hashtag Summer Skirmish. Please take clips from anything that you see on the stream, anything, anywhere. Any of this stuff is fantastic content, and share it with your friends. We want to see it all because these are the moments in these games. They're so high energy, and you have people rotating. There's a lot of really good information to take away.
Absolutely.
And we're going to try and do as much as we can to relay that information to you as we have it. All right.
Well, I think we should be getting into game 2 here momentarily. Either way, that we see some of our front runners so far, how it's all breaking on down, some high elim plays, the admins walking around looking like security guards at a prison. I feel look at everyone's in their booths, everyone's focused and ready.
Something to keep in mind about
look at the lobby. Look at everyone doing the worms together.
Doing worms.
That is incredible. Really intense stuff.
Something to keep in mind about the area that they're playing in. It is totally separate from where we are, so they can't hear a single thing of commentary. There's no outside sound. It's a black box. We see Saint there, a player we've had our eyes on a number of times. Hashtag Saint Squad in the chat. But let's get into game 2, Courage. The final week of Summer Skirmish. Can we get some noise in the arena here? Love it.
And going below. Epic is really
jumping out Haunted Hills, Junk Junction, and even Snobby potentially engagements happening early. I would surprise me if too many players went to the top of the villain layer. You see one kind of floating in, that white arrow on the left side. The reason being, typically, if the drops are directly under the bus at the beginning of a match, especially in competitive, players, they tend to not necessarily go there because the thought that it might be a high-pressure zone, early engagements can be risky. if you're not on top of your loot, the speed at which you can loot, you can put yourself in a bad position. Now, our winner from last round, Sean, was taken, dropping in, going east side past retail. Retail, pretty common POI for players to hit in public matches, but Sean looking over here towards the little the park here. It's got a number of loot spots, a couple chests up top that he can, he's going to try and get some material build up for those, and landing it right on a weapon, which is, I mean, that's the smartest play you can make.
You know what it is? I actually have a buddy named Connor who loves to land in this area, and it's because there is 7 trillion metal.
Literally one of those.
Like, look at all the RVs that he's, got the ability to just break on down. He's got someone actually pretty close by. Slazen, does he have any idea that Sean is here? They're both popping big shields, it appears. As there might be an engagement early on.
Painful PvP, one of our players that scored a high number of eliminations last match landed here in Salty Springs. He's got a number of, he's got some neighbors that he's going to have to deal with here in a second. And the house that he dropped that treehouse, a pretty common one because there are multiple 3 chest spawns in one house. High density loot is something you'll see a lot of players, competitive players, favor because there's more chances of landing directly on a chest. You don't have to panic. There's it's planning, it's coordination, and it's a lot of forethought.
So the audio in Fortnite will work, especially with chests, where if you look in the area that it is, it will actually be louder. So right there you saw he couldn't tell if there was a chest above him, so he winds up looking at it and hears it, then realizes, oh, I'm going to go to the top of the Cyber Tower and go and loot that thing as soon as possible.
In the background there, you saw Double's just kind of keeping his eyes out for a build fight happening. Just past him, there was a legendary double barrel already obtained. And Ubernu in the north side landed at the hotel. Pretty common job, but he's getting shot at. A little bit of back and forth right here would be super, a really, really good idea. You don't want to get picked out of midair, especially with only 128 HP. He's doubling back. It looks like he wants the engagement. The green tank, the green AR, not a terrible loadout early game.
No, he just wants to double rift that one too. He's ripped again.
Is he trying to use all the rifts to prevent his opponent from getting out of there?
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
Popped a second one. More shots coming out there. Sketch as he's looking to get basically any damage that he can on his target. It's not necessarily about the elimination curve. It's about maybe putting pressure because you get a couple tags on him, especially because rank means quite a bit. Top 10 is a point. He's just trying to get a couple hits on him and hope that maybe somebody else eliminates him. Now Wheels, we saw eliminated late game underneath Dirtburger, but a quick replay. Define, a player we were talking about earlier, had a very high ground at first. And he gets the drop on Kutra there. The minigun not often used, I feel like, especially in the current meta. SMGs and shotguns are favored quite a bit, Jack.
Except for maybe late game a little bit, as you see the tag there, Lucky Landing, where we currently are. Multiple players involved. Monster, who won Heat 3, is actually involved in this engagement with Fuzzy. Fuzzy's just trying to keep this high ground. Blue pump, so useful early game when you've got to pick him up. Probably doesn't have max HP.
Exchange and 102.
He did 102 damage headshot there, and Fuzzy gets an elimination, but he's not the only one left down here in the south. Back over to Greasy, you're watching Wheels.
Batting up, breaking down.
His opponent, kind of a little
elevating to the high ground,
fight the chest. Now, Jack, the chest sound between Wheels and Hysteria, that they can almost use that to mask themselves, right?
Getting it in. Oh,
there was that minigun. And why you don't really see it used too often. It's not the best weapon to have, but when your loadout is a bolt action, or sorry, hunting rifle,
it's just a pretty weapon.
What, a deagle and that? Yeah, it's not fun.
Premium advantage.
The hand cannon, probably not the best weapon there.
Wheels and Hysteria playing cat and mouse in this house, audio being the #1 utility. Hysteria making as much noise as he can. The C4 trying to put some lines of sight between him and Wheels, see if he can get the elimination, catch him off guard.
Wheels with the edit.
He was looking down underneath.
Trying to find whoever is around.
Wheels for the doors. Launch that out. Hysteria trying to get away. 1 damage.
That quick shot.
That pump shotgun, I don't think is super effective at that range, but it was either take the shot or swap and not get a shot off. He went for what he could.
So he was immediately prepared to begin to chase down Hysteria right there. But once Hysteria built a little 1x1 and some nice little cover with that metal, that was enough to deter him from going from that fight. Even when he knows Hysteria was under 100 health and he had maxed HP. That for me is a questionable decision. I feel like that's an elim that you kind of have to push and go for. Especially with that much health and what he had in his inventory. He had the shotgun to go with. He had like 200 materials to build with. I think he had enough to go after that one.
What we were watching earlier. Bowman dropping in here. Oh, fast edit on doable drive. Does the replacement, immediately takes a corner out and pushes in.
Building no longer
Aiden, one of our high elimination players from last game.
Wonder if he landed tilted then, because he definitely landed tilted this one, and there's the rift to go.
The rift to go.
Oh, wow.
And he's just going to hunt his opponent.
The interesting thing about rifts to go, Jack, if you're outside, if you're through a wall when one of those is popped, even maybe a floor up or down, it will still grab you on initial use. So his opponent looks like it picked him up and pulled him with him.
Oh,
imagine.
nice.
Yeah.
Imagine. The tap fires.
Rift to go himself. Imagine again if he opened a rift right there for the portal, but Wish, player we've seen a lot of. Challenging someone up close.
Really accurate. AR
Wish.
shots, gray or not,
good job, Wish.
The accuracy made every difference there. The 30 damage shots, he had 4 body shots on him, and that was all she wrote. Aiden back still here and tilted.
Aiden Alpha going with the battle.
Taking shots on Alpha. This build fight, there's that rift to go. Grabbing both players, no, they weren't standing right on top of each other. The proximity of that can you can even pull opponents out from inside a building. They land at the same time, and Aiden gets a quick elimination with a shotgun.
Chase down and killed.
Impressive stuff, Dr. David.
Takes a rift in the air.
His opponent's going to use a rift to go just in front of him, and now he'll follow it on up.
Looking around for
he's trying to spot where this guy run to. Typically, if you're seeing someone use a rift to go in that scenario, they're playing it as like a, hey, I need to get out of here. It's like a defensive, I've got to leave this fight, I'm not in a good spot.
Expand the build. High ground got by Cats.
Aiden looks like he potentially missed a jump and had to drop back down and build a bit of cover for himself.
Reload.
Sorry, Cat's tossed. My apologies, got the names backwards there.
Oh, and the shot.
Aiden, the one with the top-down view, pushing and getting as much damage. Every little bit counts, and he gains knowledge even from just hitting one time, because you can see whether or not the damage is white or blue will tell you whether or not the opponent has shield or if they're down to just HP, and that can make the difference between an aggressive push or maybe slow playing a little bit.
And if you're wondering how, and look at this right
shot.
Look at this Aiden
shot, swapping.
This should be a quick little cleanup here for him, you'd think. So here's the minis getting popped. He's going to force this, wanting to make sure his opponent cannot heal through the aggression he's putting on. The drum gun, this 50 bullet clip is so good. Yes, the reload's a little bit longer, but it is so worth it in these spots. He can't get out. It seems he's trapped. Aiden, can he finish the elim? There it is.
52 damage headshot.
Another point earned.
This is why even the green drum gun right now is one of the most powerful and most utilized weapons, because up close, when you're at the point where there's no damage drop off, a 52 damage headshot takes an opponent out in
50 bullet clip.
4 hits. 4 if you hit all headshots, and that's incredibly fast.
It's pretty good. I'm being honest with you.
I think that's the understatement of the century.
Oh, nice pop up.
Super accurate shots there from that green suppressed SMG, but the sting grenade. Logan having to back out. He's got one on him as well. Very low HP. Stuck.
Look at this zone.
Not a lot of people.
We're seeing a lot of this. This
first zone was half off the map.
Springs, a lot of people ride that
southwest corner of the map, getting quite a bit of play during this qualifiers. Second game, and we've got kind of a greasy, shifty area focus. This time tilted, still involved. And if you're Kevy, you're out in Dusty. You can gather up a couple mushrooms, make a little bit of a play on some materials, but you have to move soon.
Joystick, the quick peek there. A little bit of damage. You feel naked when you don't have shields, Lupo. And I can tell you that's how Joystick's feeling with how fast he's peeking and immediately building for cover.
He's not going to be pushing too aggressively, whether or not his opponent has shield at that point. Because getting third party could mean just a quick one shot or like a one burst if all the shots hit. It can put him out of the game. He's going to stay up top, like you said, very fast. It'll be uncrouch, shoot, and recrouch and hide on the ramp. Positioning the ramp can be pretty important too. You see he's kind of shifting around. If he's looking on the opposite side, it would not surprise me if he did a quick edit and change the orientation of the ramp. Now, on your screen right now, those top 3 players, even though one is eliminated, they all come away with 1 point already in game 2. Aiden, Crashy, and Airco.
Not as high,
but Airco already eliminated, with means Crashy and Aiden. They need to push for a couple more eliminations, 2 more apiece. They'll get them another point. That'll put them at 2 points, but they're in a pretty comfortable spot. Even just 1 point, like we've been saying, can mean the difference between making it to the grand finals or not. TH here.
360 build, got it up. And
what a shot on Ash.
But here's the thing, not able to loot because he only has 7 health. So, yes, he wins that fight, but he's immediately got to start sprinting. Can't even get kind of his little gifts that were left behind. The boogie bomb. Uh-oh.
You better book and run, buddy.
He's got to rotate down. Stays out long enough. Boogie wears up, but he's getting this Grenadier Jake, one of our guest casters from yesterday now playing in the qualifiers today.
That's incredible. Cast yesterday qualifies today.
The jack of all trades.
Yeah,
that's the advantage of
maybe the Jake of all trades.
Jake of all trades.
That was abysmal.
Okay, courage.
Oh man,
I thought I was the one that made bad jokes.
I love you, Ben. Let's see how Takata plays this one though. Both players getting third party. One from the west, one from the south. No materials left. He's kind of panicking, and great, you picked up 9 metal.
It's not going to get you very far. A name we watched earlier. Stuck in the bottom of Shifty Shafts, and 1v1 his opponent gets quick at it. He has an opportunity, gets it on Fuzzy, a jump shot, and uses a line of sight to block the explosion from the C4. An intelligent play and very good positioning there.
And just to take note, that was the third elim for Lene in this one.
Oh, the trap.
Oh,
nice shot.
He sprayed it down just in time.
Tristan in the middle of that 1v1, as soon as the trap goes down, decides to stop shooting his opponent, shoot the wall out, and then re-engage. That could have gone bad very quickly.
Remember, traps doing 150 damage.
Rich, Platinum PvP, and
it's a lot.
Is how much they do basically.
150 is in fact a lot.
What is the right side of this map right now? Look at everyone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players roughly in that little ball, plus another one south and north. A couple of them stuck hanging out in maybe a safe 1-by-1. But we have a ton of players on top of each other. But this is the southeast corner on top of S Hill.
Is this a tilted landing?
Not a lot of hyper aggression.
I'm sorry, tilted ending, not landing.
A lot more tactical moves.
My goodness.
Correct decisions and just
Lazy Boy Chino just bouncing around.
All around timing.
He's got one player close to him here.
We're looking at right now. We've got Lazy Boy Chico right now building up, trying to get him
so when these players in these scenarios, people at home wondering, when we say audio cues, they're listening for if the footsteps are on wood or they're on the ground. They're listening for if they begin to break walls, if they're breaking metal, if they're breaking wood or brick. They're listening for audio cues if the players are below them.
Shot on him.
Aiden hunting
shots
down
on
here.
him.
Could this be the end? No.
Aiden,
another elim.
Another elim
now.
for Aiden.
I feel like if he keeps this consistency, he might set a record thus far for the qualifier eliminations. He's already got 4. He came away, with 7 last round?
Yep. I think the most yesterday was Turkey Lips with 14 across 4 games. So
and
Aiden's already 11, and he's still alive here in game 2.
So you got Rex and Lazy Boy Chico right
top
now.
of the hill right now.
Himself. He knows he's over there. He's going to look
40 seconds before they're going to have to start rotating, and they have quite a bit of travel time ahead of them. We have 5 players currently alive, by the way, with 3+ elims, plus 2 more that were already eliminated with 3+ elims.
Wait, he got another one.
Aiden's now 5.
Now got a 5th elim.
2 more points.
Hunting for the next kill. What?
Is he the GOAT? Is he the GOAT? Is he the best player ever?
He might be. Up right now.
He might be.
And he's just leaving. He's fine with leaving that.
This is an intelligent rotation, too. Whether or not he doesn't need to know if joystick is one shot, it would be useful information. But right now, he's looking at the zone. He's saying, I have 5 elims. I'm not necessarily guaranteeing elimination from that fight over there. Multiple players could potentially be above me, so now's the time to move out.
We mentioned so much yesterday how people could be more nervous at these LAN environments. They're going from practicing against some of the best online to seeing them face to face, sitting to their left and right. Aiden looks unfazed.
He looks like he's at home sitting on his couch playing.
Right?
He does look very unfazed. A lot of these kids
and now he's at the tilt. Shots coming in from Big Red. Really try to fall back in towards Tacos and possibly drop a trap down. I feel like that's kind of his defensive play.
You heard the C4 bounce, maybe potentially get the tree or another surface over there, an earlier push, an earlier
kill. That's exactly what I thought that's what he would do.
Stay inside, bandit. He's got multiple med kits, which is perfect.
Being hunted from being the hunter.
That C4 toss from the player in the middle of Big Red, if it had come just a little bit earlier and maybe use the angle off the wall to build next to Aiden, could have gotten that elimination from blast radius, but a little bit of hesitation made it so that Aiden could rotate out and hide inside that building like I said.
I feel like if you're at that point for Aiden, you're just kind of hoping people forget you're in there.
This is game 2.
Let others get third party and have to reset, think about other fights.
The top, I believe,
you see all these quick edits coming on in. Lenane just staying alive. Boyer just outside there of Shifty.
This should be great.
Nice there as well.
Saint looking like he's in a fantastic position.
Wait, and look at this. Painful was in second in elims just below Aiden last game. Consistency is key in these 2. Understand that.
Envy.
Okada was just eliminated with 4 eliminations of his own, one short of getting the second point for eliminations, but even just one, it's a valiant effort. 30 remaining here, a minute 23 until the zone starts to move. I believe once this zone closes is when the next circle is, that's the one, that's when the storm starts to mix things up, and everybody's got to relocate.
Absolutely. Refilled.
As we see just how they break on out of tilted here. Aiden, it's like he's invisible. He's just running across tilted.
You hear the footsteps, trying to go for that shotgun shot over the top, just get a little peek at his opponent is going to back down underneath. And the traps are coming out. You got to be safe and careful walking through there. There could be on the surface above. There are multiple traps. This is not how. 185.
Are you kidding me?
I missed it. Damn it.
I'm now a fan of Aiden.
Look at his face, too. It's like nothing even happened.
This would be
Excellent
back-to-back 7 elim games if he can earn himself one more elimination. Ridiculous stuff. And he's actually in another fight with
right now in the same
He's
area.
in another fight of the map. We'll have to keep you updated on that one. As you see, Asteria's still alive here. He got 11th in game 1. Was 1 elim. He in that last fight was 1 elim away from earning that top 10 for a point.
Aggressive push and gets saved. That's 7 eliminations for the second game in a row.
I am speechless. I'm going to say right now, folks, can we give it up, please, in the venue for the performance we're seeing from Aiden right now? Mind-blowing stuff. 14 elims has already tied number 1 from yesterday, which took them 4 games to reach that point.
Nobody else seems to be playing nearly as aggressively as he does. He's taking advantage of that. Maybe it's a thought process.
Is this 8? He's hunting him back.
Is this 8? Oh,
trap.
Okay, the trap stole it.
Someone got the trap.
He only took 2 ticks from that, the stink bomb right there. He's still in a good spot, 7 inches, there's 23 people left, and he's smack dab in the middle of the safe zone. He doesn't have to play overly aggressive. He's got to take the trap out. You got a bit of loot in there.
He needs the AR mode. He knows that.
You got to remember earlier, too, there were 2 traps that were placed in here, so hopefully he recalls that there is another trap still in that building. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Magnum with a swipe on an opponent trying to push up a ramp right there.
At this point, we're watching the Aiden
all the options
qualifiers because
he's probably
he is far and away our top player to this point. There's everyone inside tilted. Wall hack Jack under 70 HP. Haste Loomsy under 50 HP. You had another player in Taco's weak as well. And Aiden early rotating again. This man is running in the wide open, and it's like everyone's afraid. They know. Don't push towards the woman with the library glasses.
Absolutely not. This Rook skin, maybe giving him superpowers. I have no idea. Okay, we take back everything we just said. I don't think, regardless of the outcome of this, there's no way this is a capture. Are you the trap he placed earlier? Got another elimination.
The trap comes into play. Now this player being third party, he wasn't able to clean up the elim.
Warrior gets joystick there. Aiden looking for his 9th elim, but 8 eliminations in a single game. He's got a slurp ticking right now, so he has a buffer of HP still going up. He's in a great spot. He's in the safe zone. His materials are ridiculous. Intelligent play is going to guarantee Aiden the win. He knows what to do. He knows how to do it, obviously.
Aiden could literally leave after game 2 and catch his dinner reservation and qualify for Monday. And if he can you bring me back something? A little breaded roll?
Jack, are you always hungry? Shots your third hard.
I am, actually.
Loomsy gets Cole in the feet there with a trap from earlier as well. Aiden's looking to secure that 9th elim. Painful on top of him, though. The second place elimination player, they're stacked on top of each other, which means you have 2 Slayers here that might get forced into an engagement.
An Aiden chant now breaking back
actually an Aiden chant here at PAX West right now.
And I'm just in awe as to what I am watching. He's just chilling at the moment. Painful in the same build as well. The storm beginning to move on in as people will have to follow on up. Wall hack Jack just actually dropped to the zone.
16 players left. The storm's got 20 seconds till it closes, which means 6 more players go down, and then people start to pick up points based just on their
which is very smart. He's done the work. He's got the lead again.
Looks like he'll just hide on out for now as we swap perspectives for a moment. This is Painful, who's above him in that same structure. 4 limbs, 1 more elimination for Painful, and that'll get him a second point to continue to put him separated from the rest of the pack. And look at everyone in that structure. Painful,
now we're getting
Sen Animal,
You've got
Aiden,
about
Boyer,
roughly 20 players within the same
Saf is
range
still
of each
alive
other.
with
So
200
there
HP
are going
as
to be
well.
a lot of kills. There are going to be a lot of kills.
Aiden
fast.
Must is
So
low.
get ready to
Aiden's hunting.
Jeremy makes some mistakes.
Actually,
See some
okay,
great
no, his
games.
ear is itching.
Closes his edit out there just to make sure that no one
Now Aiden's hunting.
It heard something. Aiden's open. Looks around.
And
Goes again.
what the theme I keep seeing, Lupo, is he is absolutely the first to just charge on up and move to the best positioning for the next zone early on.
I can't tell if it's just an incredible amount of confidence and knowledge that other players are rotating slowly, or if it's so gutsy.
Hardly even know it.
Shots coming from above. He's getting his third party, maybe fourth party, 58 speed remaining. He's got to defend with this turbo build as fast as he can. Trying to edit out. He went for the edit to back out. 8 eliminations.
8 eliminations.
Even more than the first game, Jack. Nobody else is putting up numbers like that except for him right now. Maybe PvP doing an excellent job of zone, though. 15 left. He's got 4 zone. Gets rocketed by Lenane. Caught off guard. I shouldn't have said a thing, but Lenane making an intelligent play there and saw him from above.
Lenane, look at everyone having to move through that zone right now. Lenane is in a brilliant position to spray on down. Look at all the layers being built, and he says, you know what? I got to catch up with these. Rockets in hand. It's time to throw out the splodes. One drops on it. Going to collapse everyone to the floor as he continues to build above these players. 9 now left. Everyone's still alive. Just earned the point. Eliminates his teammate there. More pushing out forward. Only 6 left as Lenane continues to keep this high ground.
In literally less than 30 seconds.
The number of layers, the number of little chambers that are being built here. It's,
he needed the materials. He had to go for it.
At one point in there, it looked like some players were even holding hands almost. Tristan Hip going down to Boyer, an SMG in the feed, but Lenane has the launcher out. He's looking for it. It's not the only explode he has either. Jack, he has a single C4 left, which can come in key for dropping the structure. Late game, get an opportunity on another play on timing.
He hears him. He knows
multiple
somebody is
remote
around.
explosives being thrown. You see, Lenane for a second was wondering if that was his own structure. He only has about 11 more materials he can build. Is he going to try to time this rocket? He is. He tried to blow up the remote explosives as his rocket went to hit. He just barely missed it.
A little bit more distance would have made a big difference.
Literally
there.
one more block would have been
like the rocket detonated the C4, which is it's an excellent high IQ play. It's just the distance needed to be different, but he does have it. He's got top down view, but like you said, low build count. He's got to start making moves down onto players. Otherwise, the third party here gets the shots, can't secure the elim. He's starting to take damage from the storm, but he's got to push in 4 left. He's got 5.
2 rockets could be enough to secure 2 of them right here. There's one.
Not give that player the kill.
How about another?
Very smart counterattack.
Doesn't quite connect. 3 players left. 6 elims right now for Lenane. Can he wind up securing maximum points with the 7 elim bonus and the victory royale bonus? That would be, I believe, our first 6-point game we've had yet this weekend. There's a shot.
Animal.
The edit from above from Animal right through the metal surface there. He caught a window and took the shot with a shotgun and got Lenane on the rotation.
Animal playing like an animal right now.
Animal building out, and this earns him not only another point for potentially the victory royale, but if he gets the final elim, that puts him at 3 eliminations. He's got all he needs. I've got Animal as my favorite to win this game. Let's see if he can secure it here. 10 seconds left in the zone. He's trying to get aggressive for the push. He knows how much it means to get this final elim and the victory royale. He can essentially stamp his ticket to Monday's qualifiers if he can get this here. Or try the finals if he gets it here. The shot's coming on in. Tries to get the floors and the pyramids going. One player just below. He's going to go to pop the mini, but then has to reset as the shots continue to rain on in. That drum gun so good at cutting down these layers. Smart play to reset. He'll build up top, but again, the volley of bullets continues to spray on in Animal. When will be his cue to go for it all? He's trying to edit this pyramid. There you go. He's getting it somewhere.
Trying to create a hole to drop down through right there. He finds an opportunity. You notice he built up, like you said, built a second layer.
It's a shot. Weak. There it is. Saf gets cut down.
Animal with the win.
More points earned as we have our victor for game 2.
Excellent gameplay from a number of players over the course of that. He's got that #1 holding it up. And that last elimination gives him 2 more points. Let's take a look back at what just happened. This rotation, the timing, the decision to drop down, and he does get the 55 damage crit there. Switches to the gold AR to finish. Guarantees him the win.
Once he gets that 55, clean HP damage. I think he's going to himself, this is a dub. This is really, I'm feeling quite good. And he knew it, immediately starts spraying with that drum gun, has the legendary assault rifle if needed. The victory there for Sen Animal in game number 2 will put us halfway done with tonight's action. And so far, it has been quite intense. I love, you know someone's going off when there is a battle royale game like Fortnite, where there are so many stories, so many players, so much going on. But one player, Aiden, can not only get a chant from the crowd.
People were actually yelling his name here. It was incredible.
But then the majority of the camera time, because the whole story is him.
Well, when you're putting up 8 eliminations in a competitive BR environment, it puts him at 15, which, like you were saying before, Turkey Lips yesterday had 14, but I think Aiden right now has the most eliminations in any qualifier thus far. And we're not even done. We have tomorrow as well. We have 2 more games tonight. He could continue a tear. And he's playing in a way that we haven't seen anybody else thus far play. Multiple times we cut to directly to his feed. He was running in the open, Jack. No one was taking shots. It happened in Greasy. It happened again outside of Tilted.
It's like he's calling the bluffs of everyone. Like, I know you all want Elims, but guess what? You say you're going to play for them, you're more worried about the top 10. And I feel like as the game, and I'm seeing it more and more, as the game's getting towards like the top 20, everyone's like afraid to peak, and we're going to go ahead and roll some Aiden replays here as we talk over this, but it's one of those things where he's recognizing, hey, there's 15 left. No one wants to be the next one to die, so guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to position myself, run out in the open, and call the bluff on everyone that they'll peak and put myself in the best spot to secure a win or another elim.
It's incredible to see gameplay from players like this. And the other thing I've noticed about the way that he's been playing, more so especially in the first game, he's taking loadouts that are not necessarily common. Right there he has one that you'll see quite a few players run, but even the first game he had the purple burst, he had a compact SMG, which a lot of players are choosing the drum gun over it just because of the pure amount of damage it can do up close. And it seems like he's versatile with whatever he's running.
Here it is again. It just puts himself in a great spot to secure quick, clean eliminations. This was the whole fight inside of the kind of blue-red corner building. He knows the opponent's placing traps and running up the stairs, and he perfectly times it. Where Sloth goes to peek, he says, anything you can do, I'm basically one step ahead, my friend. This is against Saint, who has been playing every week in the skirmish, it seems like, with OPS and SCT from TSM. Wins this 1v1 as clean as can be. Ridiculous stuff. There's a look at him right now, tongue out, excited. As yeah, he's feeling good after 2 games.
Really good pursuits from him. Even that, like you said, that push on Saint in the middle of the pawn shop building down bottom of Tilted. He's just so aggressive. Not everybody would go for something like that, and I think his sense of knowing when to push, it's becoming more and more apparent every single time we watch him.
Now Aiden did well. He had nice elims, but he did not win game number 2. That was Sen Animal. We'll take a look at the final moment as he winds up securing the victory. And again, the difference in what 2 points could be here, Dr. Lupo, is massive on the grand scale of things.
Now, aggressive gameplay might be one thing, but Animal actually, right there, you see he was the one to eliminate Aiden, saying you might be taking out the riffraff, but I'm going to take you out, and he secures that elimination.